Welcome to our daily devotional series, The Daily Herald. I pray that these messages will come to you as an encouragement and a reminder to be heralds of the Lord daily. God bless you.
Prince of Heaven, November 17. For we do not have a high priest who cannot sympathize with our weaknesses, but was in all points tempted as we are, yet without sin. Hebrews 4:15.
It was incomprehensible to the selfish soul of Satan that there could exist benevolence and love for the deceived race so great as to induce the Prince of Heaven to leave his home and come to a world marred with sin and seared with a curse. He had knowledge of the inestimable value of eternal riches that humans had not. He had experienced the pure contentment, the peace, exalted holiness, and unalloyed joys of the heavenly abode. He had realized before his rebellion the satisfaction of the full approval of God. He knew that there was no limit to his power. Satan knew what he had lost. He now feared that his empire over the world was to be contested, his right disputed, and his power broken. He knew through the prophecy that a Savior was predicted and that his kingdom would not be established in earthly triumphs and with worldly honor and display. He knew that ancient prophecies foretold a kingdom to be established by the Prince of Heaven upon the earth, which he claimed as his dominion. This kingdom would embrace all the kingdoms of the world, and then his power and his glory would cease, and he would receive his retribution for the sins he had introduced into the world and for the misery he had brought upon man. He knew that everything which concerned his prosperity was pending upon his success or failure in overcoming Christ with his temptations in the wilderness. He brought to bear upon Christ every artifice and force of his powerful temptations to allure him from his allegiance. It is impossible for human beings to know the strength of Satan's temptations to the Son of God. Every temptation that seems so afflicting to man in his daily life, so difficult to resist and overcome, was brought to bear upon the Son of God as in much greater degree as his excellence of character was superior to that of all fallen men. Christ was tempted in all points. As man's representative, he stood the closest test and proving of God. He met the strongest force of Satan. His most wily temptations Christ has tested and conquered in behalf of humanity. It is impossible for humans to be tempted above what they are able to bear while relying upon Jesus, the infinite conqueror. Further reflection. What cherished sin makes me most vulnerable to temptation?